And hello, everyone, and welcome back to Cyrus Webb Presents and Conversations Live. We're so glad that you can be back with us. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, and boy, do we have a great guest joining us today. I also have a special co-host for this segment. We have master event planner and best-selling author Melissa Banks joining us for a special guest. Yana D is joining us today. She's joining us as the founder of YD Event Management. She's also a luxury wedding and event planner. I'm going to talk to her about the journey of doing the work that she loves, but also how she's been able to pull together some spectacular events, some of which you probably don't even know about. So we'll talk to her about her work as a celebrity event planner and also let you guys know where to be to go for more information. First of all, Yana, thank you so much for spending some time with us. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Look, the pleasure is definitely all mine. I'm going to turn it over to Melissa first because this is more her wheelhouse on the event planning side, and I'll be back with you after she finishes the conversation with you, okay?
Hi, Yana. It's such an honor to meet you. I'm super excited to meet you. I went and looked at your website and the amazing events you do. So this is definitely an honor. Thank you for the time.
Hi, Melissa.
I want to begin, though, as an event planner. I've been in the industry for about 25 years, but I started on the design side. So as you know, as a designer, you're part of the event and a major part, but it's just one part. But the opportunity came for me to be involved in putting the entire experience together. And there's no feeling like putting the dreams and visions together and seeing it come true. And I've been in love with the event planning since that point. So when did you fall in love with planning fabulous events in the event industry?
I definitely fall in love with event planning at my sister's wedding. We had a little bit issues and obstacles which we had to overcome, and I was thinking to myself, oh my god, I could do it so much better and I could bring it to so remarkable level. And I was looking, a lot of details at her event was significant, and I was thinking to myself, I could do it as well, and I love it. I love passion to people. I love passion to create such a unique experience and great installations which stays in people's mind. So that was my first steps at that point. And then I attended many different events, and they were mind-blowing, so beautiful, all the flowers around. You were basically like walking into the fairy tale. And I was thinking to myself, wow, that's a man-made. Somebody created it. How did they do it? How it even came to their mind? So I started to study as a stage director and to learn all of these different tricks and how to put up things together and how to create something what stays for lifetime with people from their memorable days. Either it's wedding or celebration, doesn't matter.
I absolutely agree. And I love the fact that even now, when you're talking about the experiences, you're smiling the whole time that you're talking about. And that's when you know you're talking about something that someone's loved, not just what they do. Now, I want to talk about how interesting and excited I was to read about the fabulous events you plan, but keeping them top secret. So in my event planner mind, I'm thinking it's interesting and exciting, but oh my goodness, it must be stressful. So how did you even know that there was a market? There were a group of people out there that wanted to have fabulous events, but wanted to keep secret. How did you even reach that market? Know to reach that market?
So at the beginning, we had one client who came to us and told us a brief and said, however, you cannot use anything for your portfolio. And I was so surprised, and I said, but how am I going to tell them I'm amazing, that I created it? They're not going to believe me. And he said, I understand, but we don't want any publicity. It's a private. We need to keep it out of the spotlights. And then when we created his birthday celebration, it was many years ago. We had A celebrities there, some royal family, some different clients. And when I went for another meeting with a different client, they asked me, so do you have experience? Is anything extraordinary? And the first time in my life, I had to say, no, I don't.
Yeah.
Which did let me drop in because I have an experience. However, um, most clients from those events which we did at the first, they reached out to us and they said, oh, we want you to arrange this and that in this continent and in that continent. And again, we were not allowed to share anything. So basically this is how it started. And then a few years later, COVID happened. And after COVID, many companies decided to go under NDA as well because they didn't want to have events, but they had to due to corporate policy. But they didn't want media to be talking about it as we were going through different difficulties around the world. Yeah, I think that was a journey when I started, and now we don't even do advertising because we just have to maintain our clients, which are creating this significant events, and we help them to create it for themselves. But sometimes it is published, but like months later.
Wow,
But
I love that. But one of the things, as you were talking, as an event planner, I know that I have a core. I have some vendors I use. I have some team members that I build. How do you go about doing that and the normal event planning things and keep it top secret? What challenges do you face with that side of it?
Most of challenges we face, it's with the venue. We try to choose some exclusive venue. Either it's a private island or a boat in the middle of the ocean or sea, or maybe it's somebody's house or estate which has natural gate where we can close it and to not show it to public. Of course, we close entire spaces, either it's a ballroom or restaurant. If we host events, of course, for 100, 200, 500,000 people. Most challenge we face is we sign NDAs with all of our vendors and staff who are included in event planning, and we keep communicate. We limit communication, so only key personnel are aware of who is the client and for who we creating current event. The rest of the team are just given tasks to execute. Either it's designing, either it's floral content, anything which we require, but they do not know for which event they're doing.
Okay, great. That definitely answers my question. I could go on and on, but Cyrus would scream at me and cut me off camera if I kept going. I have so many questions and just love your event planning business and all the great events. Thank you again for sharing this part of your journey with me. And hope, and as Cyrus comes back, he'll answer more and I'll find out even more about you. Such a pleasure to meet you today.
Such a pleasure, Melissa.
Back to you, Cyrus.
Thank you for that, Melissa. What a great conversation with the two of you, and I want to keep that going for our audience, that are just finding out about you and what you've been able to do with YD Event Management. What I thought was so interesting when I was prepping for your segment, Yana, and I love the questions that Melissa asked on the event planner side, is that I want to ask about the personal branding side for you, because I noticed your brand is very prominent on your social media, on your website. How did you balance that from your actual business and also your personal brand? Has that been an easy decision to keep the business in the front and you in the background?
I'm struggling to answer that question. It's not very easy. We try to balance as much as possible, but and we try to be as proactive as we could with our clients. So we build that necessary trust when they can come back to us and they are aware that we have their back and we can sort all possible matters.
Right.
Of course, the main goal of our company, including social media and everything else, it's transparency. We try to be as transparent as possible to our clients, to potential customers, and to our followers who are following us and getting inspired by our project, having internship in our company, and thinking if they're studying still in university, maybe that's something they would like to do in the future.
Right. The other thing that I love to stay with your social media for a moment, Yana, is that you really are able to get an idea and a glimpse into the different type of work you may be able to do. When it came to building your particular event planning business, how did you decide what type of events you wanted to specialize in?
At the beginning, I wanted to create only weddings. As as I said to Melissa, it was like a fairy tale, and everything is so beautiful and so much magic and happiness around it. However, as we were growing, demands were so high, so we had while we were expanding, we had to divide agency into two different departments. One is dealing with weddings and the celebrations, birthday celebrations, gender reveals, and the second department deals with corporate events, awards, ceremonies, partner summits, leadership retreats, and ads. But my favorite is always and forever wedding. It's definitely magic, which we create and we help our clients to achieve their dreams. And I can tell you that at most of our weddings, which we create, usually I'll be crying every time I see anything there, or when bride and groom saying their vows. It's always so emotional to me. So I think that would be my favorite type of events.
Love that. And that brings up another question. Just as a creator yourself, Yana, I can imagine it has to feel good to look back at your career this far and to be able to see what you've been able to do. Are there any highlights that really stand out that you can talk to our audience about that you said to yourself, "Wow, we really pulled this off"?
Um, you
And you
mean
can tell us about it anyway.
you mean at the events?
Yeah, yeah, right, right. Yeah, any events that you could tell us about? Were there any moments that really stood out to you that made you really proud to be a part of that moment?
Most of our events, when we have our guests entering and we hear words like, wow, oh my God, what is this? At those moments, I am so proud of our entire team because they managed to pull it off together. However, 30 minutes earlier, they probably would be just running around and fixing the little things, which is last minute, or dealing with unforeseen issues. At our events, we usually have a lot of issues which are caused by not humans. Mainly, it's caused by weather condition or something which we cannot really predict. However, we have to find quick solution for it. Either we like it or don't. And every single time I see how my team overcoming every single challenge and the ways they deal with, I'm so proud of actions which they take and decisions which they make. It gives me a confidence and ability to get more contracts and to make sure that our clients are taken care well, and we worry about them and we make sure that whatever it takes us, we will be there, we will make it.
Love that. Last thing I want to ask you about, Yana, and again, I appreciate you stopping by the broadcast today. You have a true international business. How does that feel to know that you've been able to service clients literally around the world?
That feels amazing, yet challenging, because we always have to deal with a lot of different matters related to logistics and country laws, which bring us to certain limitations. However, it's great to feel that clients choose you over and over to create the events in every single country they like to travel, or in every single country they like to host the event. They give you that trust, which is very valuable to us. Um, And I do like the scale of scale and where we operate, because our clients know when they come to us and they say, I want to have my birthday in London, or we say, yeah, sure, no problem. Or he says, oh no, actually I decided I will do it in Japan. How about Tokyo? And we say, oh, amazing. There is an amazing hotel we can recommend. So clients feel so updated about any countries they would like to go. And this is why it gives opportunity to operate in a global scale, and make sure that whenever we go, we insist on high standards for our clients.
Love that. And I know that they appreciate that as well. Again, everyone, Yana D has been our guest of YD Event Management. You all can find out more information about it by going to our website at www.yanadevent.com is the website to be able to go to, yanadevent.com. You guys can go there to find out more information, and make sure you guys follow them on Instagram as well. There you can be able to see some of the great events that Yana's been able to do. Yana, really appreciate you stopping by today. Congratulations on all of your success, and looking forward to having you back on the broadcast again.
Thank you, Cyrus.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Melissa.
Thank
See you
you,
soon,
Melissa, as
guys.
well. Great questions. And we thank you all for joining us for another great segment of Cyrus Webb Presents and Conversations Live. Until next time, you all make it a great one. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.
Take care.